13 News.
Malacanang assures that Senator Roland Bato de la Rosa will be provided protection in accordance with the law amid the International Criminal Court's arrest warrant.
This comes after De La Rosa personally called on President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to defend him as a Filipino and as a constituent. The palace said law enforcement agencies are being left to perform their duties and mandate for now. It added that should De La Rosa be arrested, he will still be entitled to the rights of an accused.
Huwag niya akong ipadala sa dahil. Yun lang naman. Kahit sa court dito sa Pilipinas, palit na Pilipino, Mr. President.
So, ang akusadong katulad ni Senator Bato ay humingi ng proteksyon. Lahat naman po ay bibigyan ng proteksyon na naaayon sa batas.
Malacanang also said it will not interfere with the Senate's move to place De La Rosa under protective custody, but warned lawmakers to know their limitations and not go beyond the law. The palace further denied claims of a new destabilization plot against the government. Nevertheless, it issued a call to supporters of De La Rosa and former President Rodrigo Duterte who have been protesting outside the Senate.
So, hindi po kinakailangang magkagulo. Alamin lamang ang batas, sumunod sa batas, at hindi kinakailangang gamitin ang puwersa. Di kailangang gamitin ang mga harassment na nagagaling sa iba't ibang kampo.
Tonight, the House elected an 11-member panel of prosecutors, 5 newly named and 6 from the original team, ready to press the impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte. The House Secretary General also assures the transmittal of the articles of impeachment to the Senate. IBC News correspondent Earl Tobias filed this report.
The House of Representatives has elected its panel of prosecutors during tonight's plenary session, in line with House rules on impeachment proceedings.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is approved.
An 11-member prosecution team has been formed, composed of Justice Committee Chairperson Jinky Luistro, Good Government Committee Chairperson Joel Chua, Public Accounts Committee Chairperson Terry Lidon, Senior Deputy Majority Leader Lawrence Defensor, Representative Attorney Isabel Zamora, Representative Attorney Rog Gutierrez, Representative Attorney Keith Flores, Representative Attorney Laila De Lima, Representative Attorney Shell Jokno, Representative Lord Dansuan, and Representative Kaka Bag-Aw.
5 of the lawmakers elected were new additions to the panel, while 6 of them were part of the original House prosecution team had last year's BP Sara impeachment trial not been derailed. Earlier, several of these House prosecutors already stood firm that the Senate doesn't have any choice but to convene as a Senate impeachment court.
Despite yesterday's sudden leadership change in the Senate, House Good Government Committee Chairperson Joel Chua and House Senior Deputy Minority Leader Laila De Lima stress that the Senate's obligation to convene as an impeachment court must remain unchanged.
Wala silang option, wala silang discretion, prerogative o kapangyarihan na wag itong gawin. So dapat gawin nila yan.
They said that under the Constitution, the Senate has no basis to vote on whether or not to proceed with the impeachment trial.
Ang linaw sa ating saligang batas, sabi doon, trial by the Senate shall forthwith proceed. So yung word shall ang ginamit, ibig sabihin mandatory, hindi ito optional.
Should the Senate decide to put the matter to a vote and those opposed to the trial prevail, the House said it is ready to elevate the matter to the Supreme Court through a petition for mandamus.
When a petition for mandamus, iaano lang sila, iko-compel lang sila to convene as an impeachment court.
They also dismiss as political attacks and attempts to kill the impeachment issue allegations that lawmakers received bribes in exchange for their votes.
Paano naman nila i-justify na wala naman talagang ebidensya?
So haka-haka lang yan, spekulasyon lang yan, at paninira na naman yan. Kasi sila dapat ang sumasagot. Sila dapat ang may pananagutan.
Meanwhile, on a statement, House Secretary General Cheloy Garafil ensured the proper transmittal of the articles of impeachment to the Senate. Garafil stressed that the accuracy of their submission is their paramount concern. For its part, the Senate assures that proceedings will not be delayed once the articles of impeachment reach their chamber. As of tonight, no notice has yet been received regarding the transmittal of the articles of impeachment.
Forthwith.
To the next day, sir?
The
next day, sir.
So, I consulted also Senator Soto. Sabi niya, process, ibigay muna sa committee on rules. So, we will do what has to be done and there won't be delays.
Basta forthwith.
There won't be delays. You judge us on our actions, but I don't know what time it will receive. I don't know kung ano. That's why I want a majority caucus. But we won't delay. We won't delay. There's no reason. Diba? The country needs us in other capacities.
Earl Tobias, IBC News.
After yesterday's intense developments, the Congress is back to their respective regular sessions focused on the passage of priority bills. In the Senate, a bill seeks to enhance the financial support in the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act, or Free College Bill, has been approved on the third reading with a vote of 21-0-0. Additionally, the Assistance to Individuals in Crisis Situation, or ICE Act, also passed the third reading, which will expand government assistance to Filipinos during crises. Meanwhile, the House is also back in session for passing priority bills, specifically the Anti-Political Dynasty Bill, where a one-hour debate occurred between Representatives Laila De Lima and Zia Adyong. Part of the debate is the degree of succession in the said bill. On the other hand, the House approves the Kalinga Bill, which gives the national government to counter oil shocks through tax tweaks and targeted aid. Amid the bill's passage, Malacanang expresses confidence that the 21 priority measures under the LEDAC will still be passed on time despite the recent Senate leadership change. The palace said any delay in the bill's passage would be detrimental to the public, Congress, and to President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Dahil kung ito po ay para sa taong bayan, hindi naman dahil sa nagbago ang liderato sa Senado ay babagalan nila ang trabaho at hindi ito makakabuti sa taong bayan at hindi rin ito makakabuti sa Pangulo at sa Kongreso.
When we return, the Philippines and Paraguay agreed on a visa-free travel for both countries. Stay tuned. This is 13 News.
Bili ako ng bigas at ulam. Pasalamat kayo kami sa DSWD ag sa LTFRB nga binigyan na kami ng kwan. Ganito kayo doon.
Bagong Pilipinas. Mahalaga ang kapakanan ng bawat isa. Lahat ng aspeto ng lipunan pinagtutuunan ng pansin ng pamahalaan at ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Bagong Pilipinas, PBBM, Lingkod ng Bayan. Tuwing Linggo, alas 8:30 ng umaga.
And tonight, 5 senators have filed a resolution urging Senator Bato de la Rosa to voluntarily surrender to authorities and seek judicial remedies under the Constitution. Meanwhile, de la Rosa stressed that during his absences, he does not receive any centavo of his Senate salary. Let's have the full details now from IBC News correspondent Daniel Manalastas.
Senators Kiko Pangilinan, Tito Soto, Panfilo Lacson, Risa Hontiveros, and Bam Aquino filed a resolution tonight urging Senator Ronald De La Rosa to voluntarily surrender to the proper authorities and seek judicial remedies in accordance with the Constitution. When asked if he had seen the resolution, De La Rosa said,
Hindi ko pa nabasa, basahin ko muna ha.
The resolution came after the warrant of arrest from the International Criminal Court against the senator has been released, a move confirmed by the ICC itself.
The judges assessed the material submitted by the prosecution and found reasonable grounds to believe that Mr. De La Rosa is allegedly criminally responsible as an indirect co-perpetrator for the crime against humanity of murder.
Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano said the resolution was an expected move, maintaining that De La Rosa would only surrender if the warrant came a Philippine court. He also offered advice to the 5 senators who filed the measure.
Don't be personal. Think of what's better for the country. Think what's better for the institution. Okay, so ito ang tanong ko sa mga senador na nag-urge. Pag naglabas ng ICC ng warrant laban sa mga cabinet members, laban sa mga general natin, laban sa mga progressive leaders that they will accuse of mass graves and everything, payag ba sila na lahat yan pulutin na lang tapos dalhin sa Hague?
De La Rosa attended today's session and was seen in tears, though he refused to disclose details. Earlier, he appealed to President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. not to allow his transfer to The Hague. His camp has already filed a petition for a writ of amparo and habeas corpus before the Supreme Court should authorities attempt to arrest him. His legal counsel insisted that the ICC warrant is invalid.
Lilitisin po yan kung karapat-dapat bigyan ng extradition or not yung foreign requesting state.
De La Rosa also stressed that he does not receive his Senate salary during his absences. Meanwhile, some lawmakers criticized his continued presence in the chamber
as pathetic. Pathetic yung itsura kasi nasaan na yung angas mo dati. Ang nakakalungkot is ginagamit ngayon ang Senado as a sanctuary.
Daniel Maralastas, IBC News.
International Criminal Court, or ICC, has announced that British lawyer Peter Haines will be the new legal counsel for former President Rodrigo Duterte. Based on the court's published 3-page document, Duterte has tapped Haines as his new counsel following the withdrawal of Nicholas Kaufman. The defense counsel added that Haines is ready and able to assume immediate representation for Duterte. Peter Haines is known as the former president of the ICC Bar Association, handling high-profile individuals convicted of crimes against humanity and war crimes. Kaufman described Haines as someone who has a wealth of experience at the ICC.
The National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, or NGCP, has put Visayas under yellow alert warning earlier from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. What this means, the NGCP said that a yellow alert is issued when the operating margin is insufficient to meet the transmission grid's contingency requirement. This occurs due to many Filipinos in Visayas are maximizing the usage of cooling appliances amid the hot summer season, which means higher electricity charges. But don't worry, the Energy Regulatory Commission expresses support for Meralco's proposal for the earlier implementation of power supply cost adjustments. Based from the report, it will limit the proposed increase in generation charges this May from over 1 peso per kilowatt hour to just about around 43 centavos per kilowatt hour. The ERC remains committed to ensuring all charges passed on to consumers are properly reviewed amid the current challenges of international market conditions. Meanwhile, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and Paraguay President Santiago Peña Palacios forged a new partnership on visa waiver. During a joint press conference, the two leaders welcomed the signing of several key agreements. These include the visa waiver agreement allowing Filipinos and Paraguayans to enter either countries without needing to secure a visa. The countries Paraguay and the Department of Foreign Affairs also signed the Memorandum of Understanding on Mutual Cooperation in the field of diplomatic training. Both leaders also established stronger commercial linkages under the MOU between the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry and Paraguay's Investment and Export Network.
"44 areas across the country experienced danger level heat index today as hot and dry weather continues. Based on the daily monitoring of Pag-asa, heat index in Butuan City, Agusan del Norte reached up to 48 degrees Celsius. Temperatures in Coron, Palawan also rose to 46 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, former tropical cyclone Kaloy weakens to low-pressure area and is unlikely to develop into a tropical depression within the next 24 hours. Same with the LPA outside of the Philippine area of responsibility. Tonight, expect partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms due to localized thunderstorms in Metro Manila and the rest of the country. Patients can now access lower-cost hospitalization and services in a new 52-bed ward in the Medical City in Pasig. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. personally inspected the ward, which is part of PhilHealth's expanded benefits. IBC News correspondent Eugene Fernandez filed this report.
Lower cost hospitalization, but with the same quality service. This is the government's promise as President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. visited the medical city in Pasig to personally see how the expanded PhilHealth benefits are helping Filipinos. The President inspected the Alfredo R.A. Bengzon Patient Access Ward, which has a 52-bed capacity and aims to provide more affordable healthcare for Filipinos. For only 1,500 pesos, patients can receive medical services comparable to those offered in regular rooms that cost between 4,500 and 5,000 pesos. The President was joined by PhilHealth President Dr. Edwin Mercado in inspecting the facilities including the hospital's emergency department. The President also spoke with patients and their families who shared how the expanded PhilHealth benefits have helped ease their medical expenses.
When we come back, Florida wildfire scorches 20,000 acres. Don't go away. This is 13 News.
Mula sa mga proyektong pang-infrastruktura, serbisyong pangkalusugan, edukasyon at kabuhayan. Subaybayan ang mga kalihim ng pamahalaan na patuloy na kumikilos, naglilingkod at nagtutulungan para sa kaunlaran ng bansa, katuwang ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. kasama si Greg Gregorio. Cabinet at Work, Martes, alas 8 ng umaga. Obra mula sa basura? Pwede yan, basta't kasama mo ang buong Artkada. Kaya Artlinks, game na ba kayo? Ilabas na ang inyong art materials at unleash your creative minds. Let's turn trash into treasures sa mga super fun at colorful activities. Don't worry, si Kuya Kel ang bahala sa inyo. Kalye, sining tuwing Sabado, 4 p.m.
Likas na makulay, puno ng buhay at sigla, pinagtibay ng kasaysayan at pananampalataya. Yan ang kulturang Pilipino. Halina't sumama sa biyahe, mga kulturista.
Ako si Carl Senya at ito ang Kultura.
Kultura, tuwing Sabado, alas 11 ng umaga sa IBC 13. Dahil kailangan updated ka sa lahat ng mga kaganapan, 13 Express ang para sa'yo.
Posible ring maapektuhan ang pagbabudget ng COMELEC para sa sunsa ng pambansang pulisya.
Latest news throughout the day, ihahatid ng tapat at totoo. 13 Express, Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa IBC 13.
Araw-araw, tutukan ang mga maiinit na talakayan. Subaybayan ang mga diskusyon ng mga usaping napapanahon. Silipin ang mga ipinapasang mga panukalang batas na may direktang epekto sa ating araw-araw na buhay. Kilalanin ang bawat kinatawan na may tungkuling magtaguyod ng kapakanan ng kanilang nasasakupan. Congress TV, Lunes hanggang Linggo. Journey with us to the beating heart of the Southern Philippines. Discover places that captivate. Meet people who inspire. Share stories that unite. On Mindanao, every Monday to Friday at 9 a.m.
What was supposed to be a trip of a lifetime has turned into a moment they will never forget inside quarantine. The 42-day isolation of passengers and crew from the hantavirus-hit cruise ship begins now. These and other developments across the globe from Holy Bacay's report.
Emergency operations on the hantavirus-hit cruise ship have concluded today. All 94 evacuated passengers and crew members, including 21 Filipinos, are now under a 42-day quarantine as prescribed by the World Health Organization. The WHO says that it's working closely with experts from all countries involved. Today, the Philippine Embassy in the Netherlands personally received 17 Filipino crew who arrived on the second evacuation flight. According to the Migrant Workers Office in Berlin, the repatriation of all seafarers will be arranged after the 6-week quarantine. In Florida, USA, firefighters are racing to contain a massive wildfire that has already spread across about 20,000 acres of land over the weekend. Aviation support is already underway as the blaze rapidly approaches a nearby residential area. Meanwhile, in Rome, a drunk tourist from New Zealand was captured diving into the iconic Trevi fountain. Reports say the man, along with 2 others, initially tried to enter the famous fountain unauthorized before being escorted away by local police. But he managed to break free and jump into the water. He was later fined. Holy Bacay, IBC News.
Liza Soberano stunned alongside Filipino-American singer Her at the Gold House Gala in Los Angeles, California. The two icons were among the presenters at the 5th Asian American and Pacific Islander Gathering. Liza and the R&B singer will soon star in the highly anticipated animated film Forgotten Island. Produced by DreamWorks Animation, the film deeply features Philippine culture and mythology. It is slated to hit theaters on September 23.
After the Los Angeles Lakers lost against Oklahoma City Thunders in the NBA playoffs, LeBron James is uncertain if he will retire soon. In the post-game press conference, the four-time NBA champion stated he has no idea for his future as he will spend some time with his family for the meantime without ruling out retirement or a return to the Lakers. LeBron James is now out of contract with the Lakers as their opponent. The Thunder's advances to the Western Conference Finals, where they will face either the San Antonio Spurs or Minnesota Timberwolves. Filipino boxing champ Manny Pacquiao is set to launch a new professional league, this time in the fast-growing sport of pickleball. The Maharlika Pilipinas Pickleball Tour, or MPPT, will feature the racket sport, which has the combined elements of tennis, table tennis, and badminton. The inaugural tour has a prize pool of no less than 5 million pesos, as the full roster of 8 teams across Metro Manila, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao is expected to be finalized this month. And here are the results of the 9 p.m. draws from the PCSO. For the Lotto 652, the winning numbers are 41, 38, 12, 14, 37, and 25 with a jackpot prize of 10 million pesos. For the Super Lotto 649, the winning combination is 24, 15, 6, 44, 40, and 23 with a jackpot prize of 25 million pesos. For the Ultra Lotto 658, the winning combination is 56, 16, 28, 36, 50, and 25 with a jackpot prize of 75 million pesos. For the 6D Lotto, the winning combination in exact order is 0, 6, 4, 0, 3, and 7. For the 3D Lotto, the winning numbers are 7, 0, and 3. And finally, for the 2D Lotto draw, the winning numbers are 28 and 3. There is no winner for the Lotto 642, Super Lotto 649, and Ultra Lotto 658. Tomorrow, the 13th of May, U.S. President Donald Trump will visit China to hold talks with People's Republic of China leader Xi Jinping. The two-day summit between the leaders, one of the 2 largest economies in the world, is expected to facilitate mutual trade and investment plans.
This is Trump's first visit in the country after nearly a decade. Ahead of Trump's state visit, U.S. military planes were already seen arriving in Beijing today. So there's a lot to be discussed between the U.S. and China.
Yes, and since these are the 2 superpowers right now, and we see that generally, at least on the surface, there isn't too much meeting of the minds. So hopefully this thing will iron out a lot of things.
I heard also the U.S. will bring about 17 other major people, including I believe Elon Musk.
Oh, I see. So this is going to be quite an entourage then.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So that's something to look forward to. And those were the latest from the IBC Newsroom this evening.
We'll continue to monitor the stories that matter and bring you updates as they develop. I'm Angela C.
And I'm William Thio. This is 13 News. Good night, everyone.